You know, I was sick the other day, ill, and my undertaker came to see me. And I said to him, "How is business?" He said, "Father Pender, it's still living." So I did like the Lord told the man, "Take up your bed and go home." But I've lived a long time, and I've seen changes in the presidency. The first change I saw when America elected a Roman Catholic. I thought I'll never see that. But lo and behold, many years later, in my old age, I saw America made another change. And they elected somebody that looked like me. He isn't as good looking as I am, but he looked like me. And I want on this Martin Luther King Day, tell Okoye, I'm not here to fuss or give you punishment or nothing like that. I'm here to bring peace, understanding, and goodwill. And to see that Okoye be reminded of the preamble to the Constitution. I would like to see you all divided into single districts. So maybe you'll get somebody look like me. I just hope that when you think about it, Okoye could become the greatest city in Florida if they get somebody look like me. Now, they may not be as handsome as I am. They may be a female. But get somebody look like me. Change is great. When the founding fathers sat down and put together this greatest instrument in the world called the Constitution of the United States of America, it made it possible that all people has a chance. And people are fighting, getting killed to get to America. They could exercise the freedom. And that was Dr. King was talking about. He was talking about the freedom for all people. You know, he was only talking about black people. He was talking about all people. White, black, pink, stink, all people. And he knew from his own experience that if you kept him down, you were keeping we the people down. So King brought to us a new discovery of an old document called the Constitution of the United States of America. We the people. You know, no, I don't drink on the job. Dr. King looked at this country and he saw that he could make a difference. he could help somebody along the way. So in 1954, when I was in the United States Army defending this country, while I was stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia, I went to visit my buddy who was a priest in Montgomery, and that's when I first met Dr. King. They were a group of young clergy, blacks, who wanted to make a difference in this country. They wanted to make it so that no one can be hurt, but everybody can prosper. And so I began to learn from them some of the things I know today. One thing I learned, and I hope everybody would learn this, you have to be forgiving. You have to be forgiving. You know, I always pray this every morning. Father, forgive them, for they know what they are doing. People know when they do wrong. They know when they do wrong. Nobody has to tell me when I do wrong. I know when I do wrong. If you don't believe it, ask my wife. We know when we do wrong. And we knew that all the wrongs we have done all these years by trying to keep our brothers and sisters down, it's wrong. And so my prayer every morning is to forgive them. So when I get to the pearly gates, I'll have a multicultural heaven. Amen. You know, we do crazy things because we think we are right. You know, I can remember growing up in Dade County. Geraldine, you were after me. You came up after me, and Senator Commissioner Strickland, you were after me. And we had to go get tags, identification tags, to go to work. And especially if you went on Miami Beach, you had to have these tags. We used to say, Miami Beach, USA, Union of South Africa. People come to America to be free. You cannot tell me that it's going to kill you to keep your brother and sister from being free. I don't mean ride the bus free. I mean really enjoy the liberties and prosperities of this great land. To keep somebody down means you have to stand watch. So it keeps you down too. You know, we have to be able to say to ourselves, if we are Christians, I can only speak about Christians, I can't speak about Jews or nobody else. If we are Christians, our baptism makes us one in God. And if you read Genesis' story, Genesis tells us that everybody is created in the image of who? God. So how can I not be my brother and sister's keeper? trying to tell us? If we are brothers and sisters, why do we want to destroy each other? And we have a lot of missionary work to do. We got to fight poverty. Poverty is a disgrace. Homelessness is a disgrace. Unemployment is a disgrace. We sometimes can hold our heads high and hit on it and say, once to every man in nation comes the moment to decide. But it is the pride man who stands while the coward stands aside. I don't want us to be cowards anymore. I want us to stand up. Stand up and tell people certain things are wrong. Certain things are wrong. I know, human nature, say, well, Father, it's human nature, you know. But human nature can be redeemed by me doing the right thing at the right time with the right person. And I know, we can do it. I remember when I was down in the army and I went over to see these young preachers, clergy people, who were trying to figure out how to do something that would not cause destruction, that would not cause people to fight each other. They were trying to put the Spirit of God into everyone. So they studied Mahatma Gandhi. They studied Jesus Christ's teachings. And they studied so many things that when they got out to the mission field, they were able to take your spitting, your dogs, your water, and all these things because they forgave you. And forgiveness is the greatest weapon that we have. And I want you to know today, as I come before you, on his 88th birthday of Dr. King, there are a few things I want you to do. And number one is have a forgiving heart. Forgive. And then ask to be forgiven. That's number one. Number two, I think you have a great possibility of building a good community. A great community. Don't count anyone out.
That's right.
It is very important that the process by which we are elected be open to all people.
That's right.
It's very important. And number three, get you a method by which you can have single members districts. That you can have a good council. I'm not saying the council isn't good now. But I think we have people of goodwill. I do believe that. 4 men and a good-looking lady.
That's right.
See there, she smiled too.
Amen.
But I think if you go to single member district, you'll get the full impact of what your city says to each other. Orlando became much more greater when we went to single member districts and the county, because we had the feeling of all areas telling us how to help to grow our community. And it's a mission given to you when you took the oath that you would defend this community and protect it and give equal opportunities to all people.
Amen.
That's right.
And I want you to do that. That's how you celebrate King. I love parades. I love parades. And I love these kind of things where we gather and talk about it. But let's go out and do something. I want us to be the greatest community in Orange County.
Yeah.
You got a possibility of doing it. You can do it. And I know you can do it. If you can resurrect Ocoee High School, you can do that. I remember many years ago when you came together, Winter Garden, Ocoee, and someplace else, and put West Orange out there, a wonderful high school. But something was lacking in Ocoee. You wanted your own football team to yell for. You wanted your own basketball team to yell for. And so Ocoee got together and reestablished Ocoee High School. But the pride could be there. And I know you can do this. And I know that as we celebrate King's birthday, and if you and I can get together and build on the foundation that King left, we could have a greater Ocoee. There's no point in Ocoee being a second-class city. Look at all these first-class people.
That's right.
We're the benefits of this area. Therefore, you know, we can help them build. You know, we got a chance to do something that no one ever had a chance to do. But change must come. Change in voting, change in distributing finance, change in hiring. But I'm proud of you now. I'm not trying to scold you. I'm proud of you. I know y'all cold sitting up here. I only get this chance once in a lifetime. I'm cold speaking too. I won't be long. You know, my son went to visit his buddy's church when he was young. And he was trying to tell him, my friend was trying to tell him what goes on in the church. So when the minister looked at his watch and did like this, my son said, "What does that mean?" The boy said, "That don't mean nothing." But it means something to me. But my time has been exposed. And I'm about to close. But I want you all to enjoy Martin Luther King Day. Have a good fish fry. Don't use no mullet now. Have a good barbecue. Don't use no pig feet now. Have a good time. Enjoy it. Now, I want one of y'all to tell the police if I speed, don't give me no ticket. But I'll tell you, King lived. And I don't believe he died in vain. Because I've seen changes take place. I've seen men and women come together for good and for the purpose of saving this country. This is a great country. Don't let anybody fool you. I won't live no place else, even if they had a good welfare system. God blessed America, and God has blessed me because I live in America. I'm not going back nowhere. I might go back to Miami. I I'm not going to Wisconsin because there's too much snow out there. But I tell you this, we got to live like God's people, or we're going to die like the devil's people. I want to live. I want to live. And I want us to live in this country, whereby we can keep making it the greatest country in the world. And with God's help and our cooperation, this could happen. Have a good Martin Luther King Day.
Wow. I look and see the other father out here. Wow. We went to church, stopped by middle school, dwelled a little bit in high school, and went on to college and got a PhD from the Reverend Doctor. Let's give him another round of applause. Last remark I want, but if you ever said that you came to Ocoee and didn't get an education, you can't say that after today. You cannot say that after today. Now joining us for his remarks, please join me in welcoming our mayor of Ocoee, Mayor Rusty Johnson.
I don't have a cap. I have no cap. I have no signs on my car. I'm sitting over here listening to the Reverend, and I grew up as a Southern Baptist, and I said, man, I must have been in the wrong church because I didn't get that kind of instructions. But what a wonderful day it is in the city of Ocoee. We as commissioners and the mayor welcome you and our staff. I will tell you a few things just before I close, and just want to tell you that it's a great honor to have you here. This town, I was just sitting there thinking about it. My birthday was yesterday. I always take it in order with Brother King. I've lived in this town 60 years, and I will tell you what happened. The unity has come about because of diversity. The unity has come about because of diversity. This city is not what a lot of people know about it. If you live in this city and you come to this city, you will find and understand the love that goes through this place. I have raised my family here, and my children and my grandchildren, because it is a place to be. And it doesn't matter what color, doesn't matter what ethnicity, it's here. We are an open city. It has changed over the years, and it is still changing. But what has to happen, and one of the words that was spoken, is forgiveness. Forgiveness is a thing that should be every day. It is hard to do sometimes when you see people write things or say things. It's hard to forgive, but you have to forgive. And I think if we think about it and look at it, forgiveness is a big part of our lives. We should do that because, listen, as my mother used to tell me, if you put all that hate inside, it's coming out sometime. So, you know, we don't want that. I will let you know a little history about the city of Ocoee. And back about 10, 15, maybe 18 years ago, one of the guys that really got Martin Luther King Parade started in Ocoee was Lester Dabbs. Lester Dabbs was on the board, diversity board. Lester Dabbs was one of the greatest men, and he came to Ocoee. He got a lot of flack because he wrote the thesis about the happenings back in the 20s and got a lot of flack over it. But Lester stood the time, stood the pressure, and held up and kept fighting for racial equality in the city of Ocoee, and it happened. I will also tell you that we are an open district. We are districts. We are divided into districts. All of us have our own districts, the mayors overall, but we went into that probably 18 years ago also. So Lester brought that about too, fight for that. Well, just once again, welcome to the city of Ocoee. It's a lot of pride for me. I was a commissioner for 28 years, just got elected mayor, and hope to get elected again in March. But I will tell you that it's a pleasure having all these dignitaries here. It's a great day in Ocoee when we can bring people here and let them see what a beautiful place this is. And once again, I thank you for the time and thank you for being here today. And thanks for the staff for putting on this great show. Thank you.
With that, we're getting ready to draw to a close. So I'm going to invite the Reverend to come back up and close us. But I would like to leave you with some words that were shared at the MLK, the Alpha Phi Alpha MLK commemorative luncheon. They had a speaker who's on XM radio come in, and he shared something. And as I listened to the young man share his essay, and then we all went to school with the Reverend Canon Pender. And then our mayor comes up again and educates us. Joe Madison said just a few days ago that there will be two people in the world. It won't be white and black here soon. It'll be the educated and the non-educated. And in that, we have an opportunity to educate, but educate isn't just reading, writing, and arithmetic. It's about our rich history and how we can come together as people from all different backgrounds in this incredible mosaic that makes up Ocoee and make a difference for the young people who will come behind us. So he stated that the key thing is education is the new currency. I think Reverend Pender shared that today. I think our mayor just echoed it. And I ask that you all continue to teach our young, whether they're eating a lollipop right now and they have no idea what we're talking about, or they ready to take over my position on the stage. And bro, you got a deeper beard than me. How you gonna be a youth to take over? But you know, anyway, I can't grow that. See, that's what I'm talking about. But we have a responsibility. So I always ask at the end of my remarks before the Reverend comes before, did you enjoy yourself today? Did you learn something today? So next year, let's make an affirmation. Raise your right hand. That I will return next year, but I'll bring somebody with me who wasn't here today. Thank y'all to the city of Ocoee, to the commissioners, to Reverend Pender. Thank you so much for allowing me to host you here today in the beautiful city of Ocoee. Sir, please close us out.
May we all stand. And if you looked at your program, they had at the bottom down there, a song says, "We shall overcome."
Yes.
Right hand to God. God, we thank you for the wisdom. We thank you for the new mayor of the city of Ocoee. I sense there is better changes coming. I sense there's better unity that is coming forward. I heard about education, Lord, and that is the bottom line. So let us continue to work together, educate ourselves together for the betterment of our community and the betterment of our nation. God, you are He who created everything. You ordained and scripted everything to happen in our lives. This day, you have chosen us to be here. Bless these and your people, Lord God, as we depart from one another. Bless the city of Ocoee. Bless America. We thank you for it all. In Christ's name, amen. Amen. Come on, let's say it with me. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. 2016, do something positive for your community. God bless you. Have a